Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Saturday, March 28th, 2026. Well, some big doings today, astrologically and socially. Of course, this is the day of the big No Kings rallies here in the United States to protest the slide toward non-democracy. But also astrologically, there are some things which do fit that pattern as well. The sun today is at 7, moving to 8 degrees of dynamic and impetuous fire sign Aries. And the moon is moving through the mid to late degrees of, you guessed it, grand and glorious fire sign Leo. I'm always in the gold when the moon is in the sun-ruled sign of Leo. But the big aspect going on today is Saturn, the planet of discipline and structure, mastery and accomplishment positively, but also frustration and restriction negatively, in a smooth 60 degrees sextile, a nice harmonious angle to Pluto, the Lord of Power. So Saturn sextile Pluto. This is the first aspect since they were conjunct in 2020. You remember what happened in 2020, don't you? Yes. In January of 2020, Saturn and Pluto conjoined at 22 degrees of Capricorn, and guess what just happened? What was beginning even then. Yes, you got it. COVID, a worldwide pandemic. Well, this is the first major aspect between Saturn and Pluto since then, and it is a harmonious one. And Saturn, representing stability in relationship to Pluto, represents power, a power shift, let's put it that way, a shifting toward more of a stabilization of power rather than an overpowering of power. So it is actually appropriate that the No Kings rallies are being held under this type of energy. Saturn is at 5 degrees of Aries, and Pluto is at 5 degrees of Aquarius. Now, this occurs at precisely 3:13 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 6:13 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 11:13 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. This is a big deal today. This is stabilization of, well, let's say, power of the people. Pluto in Aquarius, Aquarius ruling the people. Power to the people today. That's No Kings. Interesting, huh? How astrology works. Now, the moon does make an aspect in the evening, but we have a free-floating Leo moon to deal with all of this today, which can be a whole lot of fun, and I'm expecting a whole lot of self-expression going on today. But the moon at 20 degrees of Leo in the evening makes an awkward angle in inconjunct, the 150-degree adapt, adjust, accommodate angle to Mars, the planet of energy and often conflict. So this is, well, we might find that there's a few skirmishes going on today, but it is not that bad. That occurs at 8:07 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 11:07 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 4:07 a.m. tomorrow, Greenwich Mean Time. In other words, this is a very important and powerful day, and it seems to be, astrologically at least, for the better. So we shall see what happens. The light may be so bright today, we may need shades. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. Now, if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can book it on my website, starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy this day, no matter what.